Okay, so happy Wednesday. So we could do continuing on with the undead stuff, but I think it's broken, as in I broke it, as in I didn't play it well, and I think we're on a very slow path to losing. Now I could try to hopefully maybe try to correct it, but the problem with playing the undead with Airmore and stuff is the way they work is when you they the dominion that you in this game you have your dominion where your power is focused sort of going sort of kind of and with Airmore is they're different type of faction and the your dominion slowly kills all the living people in your dominion, and when they get killed they come back up as undead. The problem is there's a limited number of people in every province, and so once you run out of people, you run out of undead. So you have to keep continually expanding and stuff. And you actually and your undead don't in your you don't produce money as a faction like the regular faction, the living factions do. They actually produce money so they can build buildings, that kind of stuff. The undead are pretty much limited to they have to pillage and conquer and stuff to generate more gold. And if you don't get into the right cycle, you are slowly going down a very bad pathway, which, because I haven't played this particular faction in a long time, hell, I haven't played this game in a long time. And when I say a long time, I mean well over 5 years. And I forgot how to play Airmore, how you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to be continually expanding, and there's certain things you're supposed to be doing. Otherwise, you're actually on a very slow downward slope that you're going to fail, and there's nothing you can do about it, because the main thing what happens is you end up running out of soldiers. So if you don't do the right things, and I haven't been doing the right things, and I just it was pointed out to me over on YouTube. I think it was last week or earlier this week. Somebody pointed out to go, "You're doing this wrong." And I went, yeah, I am doing it wrong because I haven't played the game in a long time. So that's why I'm doing it wrong. And the thing is can I correct it? And the answer is probably no. And the best way to do that or to correct it now is to basically either start over with Airmore or start a new faction. And I think what we're going to do is start with a new faction just to try something different that, isn't undead for a change for me. And, just because there's many factions to choose from. And so we're just going to pick something different and see how that goes. And I'm sure it'll be a failure too. So time for elves. I don't know if there are elves in this game. Are there actually elves in this game? I don't know. More cave stuff, enable route. We're going to do a full wraparound on the world too. Number of water provinces, medium, many, few. We'll just do medium. Let's do that. This is the world. Oh, we want an enormous world because that's more fun. Much more room to play around with. Game name. This will be Twitch 2. And where do we want to start? Early, modern, or late ages? Early, middle, or late? Full magic and civilization is at its beginning. In most places, iron has not been thought of yet, and armors and weapons are made of wood, stone, and bronze. Mages are more powerful in this age, and there's an abundance of magic resources. It's time of legends. Continue to make progress. Modern technologies like iron are now available. Ages have lost some of their former power, and magic resources are not as abundant as before. And late is, stuff. Let's do it Middle Ages, I think. Actually, no, somebody actually suggested doing early ages with one faction. Let's look at early ages first. Okay, so here, human, normal, normal, normal. Oh, look at all the ones. So I don't know if there actually are in elves. So this one, an ancient human kingdom led by philosophers, mainly used heavy infantry, chariots, and flying Icarids. The philosophers and our skilled researchers Moria adds roaming mountain spirits, a mystic skilled in astral and elemental magic give. I don't think those are elves. Nikon brazen giants. I don't think these are elves too. Or like giants, gigantes, gigantes. The gods of men to the crafts of the elder Cyclops. Pangea. This is Pangea, isn't it? Woodland Realm. Stealthy satyrs. Flying harpies, strong centaurs, and raging minotaur wars. I don't think that's elves either. Powerful mages of nature and earth and are able to lure women into the wild. I don't think those are elves. I don't know if there's elves in this game. So this is Airmore, the New Faith. This is the predecessor to the undead Airmore. This is when the Airmore was actually humans before they fall. Saramat, Amazon Queens. Nation ruled by women. Swift raiders and lancers form the backbone of the armies. Amazon warriors and androphags are the sacred elites of the Soromatians. Witch kings, masters of dark sorcery, rule the blah 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 tribe. Hydras are marsh and tamed and used in warfare. Hey, Ring, welcome back. I don't know if we're playing. I don't think there are elves. For Moria, it's bountiful, inhabited by malformed giants. The land was attacked by wave after wave of invaders. Of those, the fear bog. Those aren't elves. I don't know if there's dwarves either. But welcome back, Ring. Are these all the factions races in the game? These are all the factions for the early age. There are different factions in each age. Some of them make it from age to age, but typically each age has slightly different factions in them. Some are in every age, but others are not. Make sense? This is just the early age factions. How do you select the age? The step before here. You cancel. So maybe it's not. It's cancel. There we go. So here's where you pick the ages. So you got early, middle, and late. We're going with early. Turnak, blah, blah, blah. Land of the Ever Young. It's a blessed isle ruled by a magical race known as the Tuatha and their city. City. Its descendants, Furlbog. Lesser descendants of the Nemedians compose much of the population. So the Tuatha are able to weave illusions to hide their true appearance. Maybe elves? I don't know. These are fairies? Okay. Marvemi, the time of druids. Arami is a nation of tribal chiefdoms led by druids, powerful readers of the stars and the earth. Most warriors fight bare-chested, but noble warriors use chainmail armor. Gutardas adorn the wearers with magical tattoos, possibly elves. Enigma of Steel. Ulm is a nation of barbarian legacy. They are strong and proud and worship steel and the spirits of the wild. The warriors of Ulm are stealthy and well versed in the ways of the wild. The warrior smiths are masters of magical forging. Probably elves. Even though it says they're barbarians, I have a feeling they're elves. That's Ulm. Pyrene, Kingdom of the Bekrides. Cavern Kingdom is mostly populated by Mechrides, primitive humans, but they have allied themselves with giants of the wilderness above the caves. You might say these giants are skilled in magic and have taught the Bekrides how to farm and craft metal. Maybe dwarves? Agartha, the Pale Ones. And troglodytes. Grow to huge proportions. Oracles and Earthblood Mage Kings rule the Pale Ones. All Pale Ones have perfect night vision. Abysia, Children of Flame. Somehow I don't think these guys are elves either. Lava-born humanoids are that radiate heat. Abyssians mainly use heavy infantry. They have skilled fire and blood mages, and the priests can perform blood sacrifices. Abyssians dislike, I'm guessing, demon-type stuff. Yeah, there's a couple of Asian-inspired stuff. Most of the stuff here is taken from real-world mythologies. So and it's not just European. There's Asian in here as well, and some. I think I would say Native American. I think is in here as well. Hinnom is a wasteland inhabited by several kinds of giants. The Refate lords that rule the lesser giants by fear and force. Bar, kingdom of the unseen. Hidden in the sands by ancient magic, it is ruled by Jinnen, invisible beings sprung from smokeless flame, but most of the population are human slaves. Ubar is sealed and its rulers are imprisoned until their pretended god awakens. The first city, is a nation of wild men and Kidus, led by the priest kings of the first city. That's Babylonian stuff. Kailasa, rise of the ape kings. Intelligent apes ruled by Ikashas and Yavanas. Divine beings living on the sacred mountain of Kailasa. I think Ternal is north. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Is Babylonian. Yakasha is probably Indian. Lanka, land of the demons, the realm of intelligent apes ruled by Rakshashas, demon ogres skilled in dark sorcery and necromancy. That's Indian. Tianchi, this is Chinese. Yomi, Oni kings, nation of Oni and their servants. Onis are demons of the mountains and wilderness. They are magically powerful and almost immortal. But few in number and rather stupid. Kalem, eagle kings. Kalem is a union of 3 tribes of winged beings that live on high mountains. One tribe is fully immune to cold, and another tribe is cold and lightning resistant. All mages of Kalem are skilled in air magic, and some have some skill in water and death. All of Kalem dislike warm lands. These are actually angels. These guys are all the Kalem. They have winged units. Mictlan, Reign of Blood, is going to be South American, I believe. Priest Kings, they're god humans and most sated with blood sacrifices. Mictlan has powerful blood mages and priests, but its infantry use archaic weapons. Yeah, that's South American or Central American. Silbaba, Vigil of the Sun. Cave-dwelling bat people that once guided the sun on its nighttime passage through their caves. Satis, Lizard King, so this is Lizard Men. Machanka, Lion Kings, this will be African. Animals of warfare and used to light to medium infantry. Machanka has a wide range of magical skills. Machakans dislike cold lands. Baratos, the Phoenix Empire. Nation of sailors and tradesmen who have founded dozens of colonies since the founding of a colony near Ashdod. In Hinnom, they have become influential by the blood cult of the Melgarts. Vanheim, Age of Vanir. Of course, this is Norse. Ancient enemies of the Jotun giants. They can sail across the oceans and hide themselves with the illusions it costs. They mostly use infantry and sacred berserkers. Their dwarven smiths are powerful earth mages. So there's your dwarf, probably. Yes, you can play mind flayers. Helheim, so more Norse stuff. Hide themselves illusions. Troops, including Valkyries. Powerful death and air mages, and the silver smiths are skilled. So maybe dwarfs, sort of. Ruse, son of heaven. Frozen lands, the nation choose divided into 2. Well, I don't know what that one would be. Niflheim. Home of Nifl giants, descendants of the Rim 2-star. Whatever, giants are immune to cold and dislike cold. Hot lands, their mages are versatile and powerful sorcerers. Muspelheim. Sons of Fire. It's the home of the Muspel giants, sprung from primordial fires. The giants are impervious to fire and radiate heat, so fire giants. But giants of the surrounding lands, who comprise most of the population, are cold resistant and dislike hot lands. Oceania. Pelagia. Tritons and mermen. Tritons use sharks as cavalry. Actually, if you click on them, you can see what kind of... Oh. I think if you right-click on them, it's when you can see their stuff. Yeah, you right click on them, you can see their units. Oh, they don't have sharks. I swear they have sharks. Maybe it's an older version of them in the Middle Ages, maybe. But they do ride seahorses, it looks like. So oceanic coming of the Capricorns. Underwater wild and clashing tides of the shores. The half-man inhabitants can remove their tails and ride and settle on dry land. The Capricorns are powerful and underwater wild in transition. So these guys. They take off their tails so they can walk on land. Therados, the Telkine Spectre. Shattered remnant of the Telkine Kingdom, cast beneath the sea by divine powers. Most inhabitants of the kingdom were killed and are now ghosts that are still unaware of their undead state of existence. So, human craftsman of ancient throws. Okay, so something to look into maybe another time. Maybe we'll see. Atlantis, emergence of the deep ones. So Atlantis is Shamblers, Coral Guard, Atlantean. They don't look like Atlanteans. I guess, sort of, I guess. Not really what I was expecting. There is no Catmint Kingdom. What units do the tier I don't know have yet? We'll go back up there when I'm done with the list. Right, these are the mind flayers. Ancient race of mentally superior beings has enslaved other races to work for them. Rylith has Atlantean and Oceania troops as well as their own Aboleths. Aboleths are powerful astral and water mages. So yes, mind flayers. And this is the I think these are the actual mind flayers here. And this is Dagon stuff, sure. And there's a Androdai, created by the merging of a human host and a spawn, given the sacred and mystical nutrition of the Gibodai. The parasitic spawn thus created has mind powers far surpassing those of other Androleths. Androdai are favored the polypole mothers and are given priestly as well as arcane training. Their most valued ability is their shattered minds. The process of the parasitic merging somehow allows other minds to reside in the host besides the Androdai's own. If brought to a mind lord, the Aboleth can place part of itself in the Androdai body. The Androdai's body is overtaken by the Mind Lord, and the resulting mind vessel can use the understanding of the Androdai as well as the astral magic of the Mind Lord. Blah, blah, blah. They rarely live more than half a dozen years, so they're very short-lived. So that's funny. So they're priests and mages. Amphibian too, so that's good. What was it? Innsmouth, the Dagon fish elder god. I have no idea. The grandmother. Mothers are the the whole race of the Aboleths, and their branches grow young polypal spawns that will grow into Aboleths over the centuries. Look at the Mind Blast. Range of 100 attack value and damages. Armor negates armor, paralyzes. Strength of wielder not added. Magic resistant negates. Weapon, blah, blah, blah. Astral weapon doesn't affect. Doesn't affect mindless beings. No, yeah, the grandmothers don't move. Neither do the mothers either. They sit still. Everybody else, but these are, the leadership stuff. So this is the Mind Lord. This is the big boy, right? Age is 1650. Mage, random skill in there. aquatic, but not amphibian. Void sanity. Unit disabilities less likely to go insane when influenced by the void. Tremendous magical and mental power. Well, yeah, these are the big boys. This is their biggest unit. Oh, enslaved soul leech and enslaved mind. Range of 25, precision. So, these are their units they can do at fully upgraded cities. Can only be recruited in coastal forts. So. Mind flayers? Oh, but what was I supposed to look at? I was supposed to look at Atlantis, right? Basalt King, Basalt Queen, Mage of the Deep, Mother of the Deep, Coral Priest, Coral Commander, Shambler Chief, Scout. Living Pillar, Cobalt Guard, Warrior of the Deep. So sandwich stuff there. Oh, Turnog. Turnanog. I got a sorceress, a Ree. So he's a Tuatha King skilled in warfare, poetry, and magic. He enters battle mounted on a noble Fey horse, armed with enchanted weapons and dressed in illusions. Might be elves. Early joiner lead armies are skilled in crafts, poetry, and magic of the Seath. Is it Seath? Seath. I think it's Seath. They're mythological elves, effectively. Yeah. These could be elves. There's a druid. Champions. But what's interesting is, okay, the slingers, warriors. So warriors, do they use javelins? Yep, they got javelins. So javelins and slingers. You squint at their ears, they could be elves. Well, the problem is they're too far away, and some of these guys are wearing helmets, so... But they could be elves. What's she doing? So she's got Nature Magic level 2. Glamour. Oh, that's the new magic type. That's 4. Priest of 2. Random Magic Skill. 19 Research. Sacred, of course. Stealthy. Glamour. What's Glamour do? Cast illusions that alter their appearance. In battle, they mirror their own image. While moving, they take on the appearance of common men. These units cannot be detected by enemies while moving in their own lands and are very difficult to spot when hiding in enemy territories. You say so. Iron vulnerability. That's going to be, well, not a lot of iron here, so it doesn't matter. Spell Singer. Take more time to cast spells, but also take less fatigue. Spell Singer has no effect on divine spells. So race, those guys. Military. Glamour, nature, magic, some earth and air and earth. Priest are average, scales, and blesses. Luck limit +1, magic limit +1. Building standard forts. You can try it, see how it goes. Land of the Ever Young. We'll go this one. Dump. Okay, so our leader. Who should our pretender god be? Let's see. Oh, we can do a tree. 140 points to play around with. is an ancient tree that possesses intelligence, magic, and a very strong dominion. Being a tree means so cannot move around, but it also means it is tremendously difficult to kill in combat, and assassins are nothing to fear. The Irmisil is always guarded by 3 large bears. So that's what you'd be starting off as. I don't want to be a tree. I don't want to be a tree. Farming. Helheim is Dark Elves. Okay. Do you want to be Dark Elves, though? Can be. Cancel. Go back. Unfortunately, going backwards is difficult. New nation, that stuff. Could also be devils. Yeah, that's why we went to. Are you sure you're ready? Yes. Okay. I'll praise Python. Cancel. There we go. Helheim. Helheim are Land of Shadows, Moors, Silent Mountains, above the Stone Cave, where the dead pass through or are on their way to hell. King stuff. For ages they've been guiding the dead on their way to hell in service of a dead god. Now a new god is arising, the old ways are changing. The Valkyries, guides of the dead, have become messengers of death and sacred warriors of the new god. Valkyries, a female Vanir of Valheim, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, these are Norse elves. These are not Dark Elves. These are not these aren't Drow. These are elves. These are Norse elves. So not your typical stuff that you'd expect. The commanders are kind of... So the glamour, air magic, he does priest stuff too. Same deal, except death magic. So air, death, glamour. Sacred though. What are you? Oh, this is a dwarf. The dwarf of sinister nature. They shun the daylight and prefer to live deep. Stuff. But it is earth magic, death magic, and a random one. Also some research, mountain survival, dark vision. Svart elf means dark elf. I mean a dwarf. The dark dwarf. Looks more like a dwarf than an elf, but yeah. Warrior, sorcerer, sorceress, and commander of the Valkyries. So javelin. Do you fly? Oh, look, flying. No wings in your horse, but you're flying. Combat caster. Looks like all the nations ending with Valheimer. Yes. Well, they're not Norse elves. They're a Norse faction. Because some of them are giants. Hey, Mozart, welcome back. And Otisiosites. Well, I don't know how to... we'll just call you Ott. Welcome to the stream. Aboleths. That sounds fun. The Mind Flayers. Dark Elf Dwarfs. So a Dwelf. Yes. Hey, Gwydion, welcome back. I'm with Ring, and I'm leaning towards the Mind Flayers, to tell you the truth. Because they're just so different than everybody else. I think we're going to be doing the... In all honesty, I think we're going to do these guys. Mind flaying fish. What's not the like? Yeah, see, that's also... We haven't done aquatic yet, either. A dark dwarf. A dwarf. A darf. I don't think that's being pronounced correctly, but... I think we're going to go with the Mind Flayers here. Because, again, these are underwater... different for the most part, because these aren't actually... These are slave slaves here, except for these guys. The Giboleth. They got tentacles, a mind blast, magic beam. They're aquatic, so no, yeah. Early age Rylith can do some silly stuff with their mind vessel national spell. Hey, Zeko, welcome back. To go through the race. No, mind flayers. I think Norse really differentiate dwarves and elves, or dwarves are straight up called something else. Yeah, well, we're going to do the mind flayers. And this is early age, too, so it'll be fun. Good, good. Time of Aboleths. So, stuff. Underwater, Atlantean and Oceanian slaves. Aboleths, of course. Magic all over it. Priest are average. Blessing, magic limit +1. Standard forts. So here we go. Now we got to choose our leader. We can do a queen. Not going to move, though. Titan of the Sea. Canadian. You aren't mind flayers. This is a mind flayer. The first spawn. The first spawn. First spawn was the first polypal spawn begotten by the polypal queen, from which the whole race of the Aboleths has sprung. It has grown huge and powerful on a diet of life force of lesser beings. For millennia, it has been the foremost diviner of the will of the polypal queen. Now it has become powerful enough to project its mind on entire populations and claim godhood over every ocean and every land. I'm not going to be a jellyfish. I have to use the Aboleths. Maybe good to have another water nation in the lobby, because they are all aquatic, so the only way Aboleths you can get onto land are commanders, not the unit troops. Oh, yeah, you have to be amphibians. I think we have commanders that are amphibians, though. Maybe. We'll take a look. I'm sure it'll be fine. Taskmaster, aquatic stuff. Oh, we need to buy stuff, don't we? Okay. So, only 2,700 years old. It's no big deal. Have amphibian troops and commanders, but not amphibious Aboleths, who are your mind blasters. Right. A dragon turtle? Is there a dragon? Oh, it is a dragon turtle. No, it's a sea dragon. Not the same. It's a sea dragon. But that's not fitting with the story here. This fits with the story. Unless this is amphibious. It's not. It's aquatic. An earth serpent. A floating mind. Oh, wait a minute. The magic beam. It's aquatic. It's a floating mind, but does it actually fly? Floating. Can cross rivers and are affected by snow when moving on the map. For movement and combat purposes, they can count as having swamp and forest survival. Floating units are also immune to certain spells like Earthquake and Earthquip. Hey, Taco, welcome back. So floating. Vulnerability to salt. You live in salt water. Blind. Spirit sight. Void sanity. Mind slime. What the hell is mind slime? Anyone close to this unit will be slowed down as their minds get exposed to visions from beyond. Unsurroundable. Got a mind blast, soul leech, flame sting tentacles. So the floating mind is our front runner currently. The tentacle fish. What tentacle fish? Octopus? A kraken? Is that what you're talking about? A tentacle fish? The thing you showed the first time. Oh, this? The first spawn. This is the first spawn. It's not a tentacled fish. It's a mind flayer. This unfortunately doesn't fly. It doesn't float. It is stuck to the water. It's only aquatic. Unless you can get it to the right magic where it can breathe and become amphibious. Hey, Vukrul's welcome back. Hey, wait a minute. Sunday, what are you doing here? Yes, we're starting a new run. Only been trying to pick something for the last, 30 minutes or so. Aboleths are more like an enemy. They are worms, actually. It's a worm with tentacles. It's not really an anemone. Couldn't be here yesterday. That's okay. You're here today. Pretenders, you can make use of the mind vessel spell if you do plan. I have no idea what the mind vessel spell is, to tell you the truth. So I don't even know what that's supposed to be. So it's the thing from Baldur's Gate 3. That would be this thing, the floating mind. Oh, sorry, spoiler. See, we just go with the queen and we don't have to worry about anything. It never moves. But that's no fun. The tadpoles. Oh, the tadpoles? Oh, yes, definitely. I think we're going to go with the first spawn. Mainly because, you know, the enslaved mind thing. Soul leech, theft of life. Yeah, we'll go with this first spawn. Just to stick with the stuff, the whole mind flayer thing. What kind of magic and stuff do we want? Let's see, Dominion. I want that to be at least. How many points do I have? 300 points left. That is all very strange. It's supposed to be. More magic. Glamour I haven't really done anything with yet. Cold is good. Astral magic for fun. Glamour for fun. Is glamour illusion? I'm guessing. I haven't used it yet. It's basically lets you make one of your coastal commanders get part of the caster's astral level. So if you take astral 10 on your god or something, you get to make an astral 6 or something like mind vessel. Your regular cap Aboleths can also use it, but with pretenders you can take absurdly high astral and get a very big astral mind vessel. So what you're saying is, screw the water, go astral. Of course, you don't have to do it now. It's too high. We have to work into that one, I think. Oh, should we be more productive? More food and stuff. Well, it's a -3. Need more water. Astral glamour water might make sense for Aboleths. It does. That's what they start with. They can do other stuff, but, you know, this will be fine. Custom pre-spells, Stellar Decree, and Word of Power. Anyway, I know nothing about how to spend points here, so I don't... It's all... When you select stuff, you know, you get to your design points at the top. It's got to be a positive number when you're done. Got to do plus effects, too. Arcane Command, Magic Resistance, Farcaster. What's Farcaster? Ninja Priest will be able to cast their spells, combat spells at much greater range than usual, plus 50% combat spell range. Undreaming Heroism, Quiet Stride, True Sight, and Blur. Farcaster. We have 8 points left. Swimming. All sacred units be able to cross rivers and move across almost unhindered fighting underwater. The blessing does not grant water breathing, however. Water breathing's up here. Defense skill. Blessed units will be more difficult to hit in combat. Yes. 6 points left. Magic resistance. Be less vulnerable to magic that can be resisted. Yes. 4 points left. Arcane Finesse is pretty nice on any astral nation, but it also works on the Mind Blast attacks of your sacreds. Arcane Finesse. Blessed Mages, Priests, and some units with magic natural attacks will be more likely to penetrate enemy magic resistance. Sure. We have no points left, so that'll work. So, defense, magic resistance, Farcaster, and Arcane Finesse. That'll work. So this stuff is what's available to your sacred units. So the ones that have the little, sacred symbol on them. We'll see how this goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. We don't like that name, though. Gimpy. So we know who the leader is. I'll praise Gimpy. There we go. Okay, so number of starting provinces, 1. Strength of Independence is 4. This is all default stuff. Random events are rare. Story events are... All story events are enabled. Score graphs, enabled. Diplomacy is binding. Hall of Fame, got 10 spaces for that. Renaming is allowed. And I think we're good. Finally. Good 40 minutes just to pick a faction. Yes, we did it, finally. In the beginning there was chaos, and now the wheel has turned once again. Yes, now we can do it again. So this is the world as we know it currently. It is wrapping to the east and west and north and south. How big is the map? Who knows? So this is our capital. Okay, so... research first. So conjuration, alteration, and enchantment. For... What is it? We're currently water and astral, mostly astral. So conjuration doesn't look to be a astral thing. Power of the spheres, that's a power boost. Light of the Northern Star. Spell makes all wizards on the battlefield more powerful and astral magic. Yeah, we'll worry about enchantment or conjuration later, it looks like. Alteration. Get some, glamour. Glamour. Gift of Cheated Fate. Changes the future fate of his few soldiers. Cheated Fate negates the first successful strike against the one protected by this spell. Water, fire resistance and freezing. Ethereal Body. Target's body becomes hazy and transparent. Can pass through the obstacles and non-magical weapons, usually just pass through his body without harming it. Again, this is alteration. Okay, nothing special there. Evocation. Astral projection. That requires pearls to do that. Starfires, Arcane Bolt. Starfires are focus the light of several stellar bodies and projects them onto his enemies. Sounds useful. Arcane Bolt. I wonder what that is. Solar Rays. More water. Arcane Probing. That doesn't sound good. Magic Duel. Healing Light if you need nature magic. Nether Bolt when you need death. Stellar Cascades. Astral Guide. Stellar Cascades. Shower down upon a group of enemies. Anyone caught in the shower. Okay. So I think we're going to do an evocation for what? 2? Just to do 1. So do evocation as our first level there. Enchantment, anything good? Resist magic. Breath of Winter, Water Shield. Lesser Winter Wind. Astral Shield. Forms energy, energies form around the mage. Anyone trying to strike through the mage shield will have their mind blasted unconscious by the force of the shield. Magic resistance negates, blah, blah. The power of the astral shield is greater for mages who are highly skilled in astral magic. So, yes. So we want to do enchantment up to level 3. So we'll go 1, 2, there we go. Okay, we'll look at that in a little while. We're going to wear it to filter any specific path. You can use hotkeys like W to see all water spells. And this. I like seeing all of them, just because when you don't filter them, you can see the combo spells and go, oh, maybe I do want to get a level into nature at some point. Oh, Vukrils don't start. Okay, so recruiting. What should we recruit first? Do a grandmother to start producing stuff for us? Because she kicks out little worms all the time, right? Sorry, tadpoles. Number of monthly spawn. Sorry. Reawakened God. The numbers of monthly spawn are increasing. If mother is slain, she will let out a death wail that stuns everyone nearby. The grandmothers are ancient mothers. They seem to have a strange understanding of the arcane arts. It's also a priest. Spawn surrounds them, so she kicks out spawns. So we'll get one of these first. Any researcher? Well, she's a researcher. She does research. And then the regular guys. So 40 gold, 1 research, 50 gold. So you do what? So Mind Blast. These are basically our archers. With the Mind Blast. So troop-wise, we have the slave troopers. These guys are strictly aquatic. And then these guys are amphibian, so they can go on land if we have to. But we've got a lot of water around us, so we're good. And then we have shamblers. Shamblers are also amphibian. No, dark vision, slave, mindless, trample, amphibian. Okay, so. Oh, what do we want first? Long spear, trident, a net, and a spear. A Lobo guard. So this is a smaller shambler. The Lobo guards. These beasts are mindless and Atlanteans who have served as slaves until mental abuse has broken them. Now they serve perfectly loyal guards and arrow fodder. Shamblers. How much money do we have? We have 200 gold. That's not a lot. These are our leadership over here. There's Gimpy. So our armies. So yeah, trident, spear, nets. So what do you want to do with these guys? we'll just do hold an attack on everybody. Because I don't know what these guys really do yet. They're all melee, so we want to hold an attack so that we have time to get spells off. Hopefully buffs. Speaking of, Gimpy, specific spell. Twist Fate, Blurred Body, Protection from Cold, Resist Magic, True Sight, False Fetters. Around the ankles of a limited number of units, the victims will not be able to move or fight until they overcome the fetters. Sleep Ray. Affect a small number of nearby enemies. Those who fall resist to sleep. So what's the range? Doesn't say. Not very big effect, so. Blurred Body. So he needs to get bounded or beat up on. Twist Fate, this is for the first attack misses. So ages. You pick one at the start and then progress through them over time. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it just stays in a certain age. Because the factions change. Or sorry, the ages change factions, what they do. Like Airmore, the undead faction, isn't an undead faction until the Middle Ages. In the early ages, they're a normal human faction, like Roman. They're like a Roman faction in the early ages. But in Middle Ages, that's when they become the undead faction. So there's that. Factions change through time. And some factions go away while others come in. Yeah, this will be good for now. Cast spells. So, Fox, whatever. Hold one turn, stay behind troops because we don't want you to die. You're going to be the same. Oh, he's a scout. Never mind. Your orders are totally different. You retreat. You do not hold. You get in combat. You run. Run like the coward you are. Good. Good. Okay. So basically we just sit here for a turn. Recruit some troops. I don't know what to get though. I guess we can get a bunch of little ones. Slave Trooper, Slave Guardian, Slave Guardian. So 9 gold. So what's the difference between you? Bone Trident and... Oh, you got armor. You got a shield. No, so you got a hat. So you're getting a hat. There. Blood magic becomes more relevant and humans begin to usurp most of the non-human races, yeah. The histories progress, stuff happens, more stuff happens. Yeah, and the magic levels change too. Like here we're doing early ages, so magic is more prevalent, but technology like iron is not. Middle ages, that iron becomes a thing, magic drops down in power a little bit, and then the late ages, magic is a little bit more diminished as well, but the magic users are more skilled. What does that actually mean? Yeah. And then, of course, technologies have progressed too. So I was trying to comb through the lore on the wiki. Just a few hours? Just a few? Okay, Gimpy, you are going to... Oh, let's see. Cast a ritual spell. No? This isn't what I'm thinking of. No. Okay, so research. This is our scout. We need to rename him. Scout. Is that a tadpole? Scout pole. Oh, look, he's amphibian too. Okay, so you are going to go where? Let's go check the deeper water. This lore is pretty funny, though, through the ages, and there's some cryptic lore that the Aboleths continue to run everything after their disappearance. Being overwhelmed by the amount of... There's a lot. The devs have done a really good job. And then you're just... we don't want him to be our prophet. He's not strong enough. So, defend it is. And I think that is it for our first turn.
Hey Gimpy, it is time to take a break. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Gimpy, shining boat of heaven, master of men's fates. The teacher of philosophy has sensed location of 6 previously undiscovered thrones. So what heroes can we become in this run? I don't know yet. Proclamation. So we got Hinnom and out there. You can be a mother. Preach the teachings of God. Become a prophet. Nah, we don't have to be a prophet either. Mean strength in current province, so dominion strength can be increased by a maximum equal to twice the level of the priest. Sure. What's her level? So up to level 6 on dominion. We're currently at level 1, so we're going to have her preach for a little while. Gimpy's doing research. He's defending. And we'll go through this a little bit more when we get back from our break. Because got to talk to Mrs. Gimpy, see what Ronkin's up to. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.